The genius of the Leo Cap joke is that it has multiple layers.
Hey, get your wrestling ass on.
I don't want to leave my house.
God, I love that pay rent.
Gotta love it.
They don't deserve to exist, just like wasps.
I think mermaids are real.
What happened in the Rosa Parks episode then?
Comparable to a Lego.
Chad Miles get his ass beat for looking at me wrong. No disrespect. No disrespect.
And I definitely eat them naked most of the time.
Take it away, shit.
I'm Governor Roy Cooper. We're in a state of emergency. You got any Red Bull left?
I didn't get a Red Bull today.
Stop drinking those things. They're not good for you.
If you had this,
Oh my god, my eyes. My eyes look so red.
I can barely tell.
I'm
If you
trying
had to
so
stay,
hard to see.
if you had to stay
You can't
awake any
see?
other way,
Well, there's like, it's like pixely. It's not 100% HD.
What'd you say?
Do you take anything else to stay awake that's not a Red Bull? Like, what's your second option?
Coffee.
Oof.
Is there any coffee at the crib?
No, I don't have any.
You got ain't nothing with sugar in it. Ain't nothing, no snack or anything.
I'm eating Airheads.
I mean,
Sugar
maybe
does-
that'll help.
Sugar does nothing for me.
I mean, you're just going to crash.
Well, she's already at the crash, so like
That's going to be worse. She'll be like mid-sentence.
we need her to stay at this level at least. We just can't let her get any lower.
Is that one of the mystery flavor?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
What's the mystery flavor? Because all
Pineapple, right?
It's a mix of all the flavors, the leftover scraps.
that's what I fucking thought it was. I thought it was just because it tasted like all the old. It tastes like a combination of some.
Yeah, they said it. They said it's just like the scraps of old ones put together.
I could absolutely taste yellow in there. There's a little bit of yellow in it. I know that.
Yellow. I've never even seen a yellow Airhead. What flavor is that?
Am I crazy? There's a yellow Airhead. I'm not crazy, right?
I
There's
think
not?
you might be crazy.
Am I just imagining that there's a yellow Airhead?
There's orange.
No, shit. Have I ever seen orange before? Airhead.
I'm sorry.
Now
flavors.
the new packs have grape and orange instead of like strawberry.
So red, blue, green,
So the regular red is gone?
light green.
Or was that cherry?
That's
No,
cherry.
cherry's red. Red,
What's
blue,
strawberry?
green. Light green for green apple. Pink for strawberry. White, which is, hodgepodge, disgusting. And then orange and purple. That's it. No yellow. I would never eat an orange one. What kind of fool am I? Or the grape.
So nasty. The orange is disgusting. The grape is disgusting.
I would never eat those. Only a crazy person would eat those. Okay,
Why?
we're on the show.
Do they sound,
let's start it up.
What? They sound like they taste different? I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Huh?
You said like the grape is gross too? You guys wouldn't try a purple air? Like
I've tried it. It's not good. I literally put grape and orange over there. I opened the pack. I took everyone but grape and orange.
Took what you
I'm so
need.
sorry.
What was
I'm
necessary?
so sorry to hear that.
I don't like
Episode
artificial
27.
grape flavor. Like, I love grapes.
Artificial grape is horrible.
Artificial grape sucks. Grape soda, grape Laffy Taffy. It doesn't matter. Like, it all sucks.
It tastes like purple. It doesn't taste like grape.
Exactly.
So purple tastes bad?
Yeah.
I disagree. I don't think it tastes bad.
You a grape soda motherfucker, huh?
I don't drink grape soda. I only drink Sprite.
And ginger ale.
Yeah, those are the two, and cheer wine. So I guess that's three. But I really only ever get Sprite. 'Cause some places just don't sell cheer wine anyway. Episode 27 of the Hey Quick Question podcast. What's up, everybody? Your boy, Sprite Jr. here, looking to turn into one of these days. Everybody else, go ahead and introduce yourselves again for the people.
All right. Co-host number 16. It's Donnie, Don the man. You know what I mean? Like, we really out here in this thing. You know what I mean? We doing it for
You
real.
started
We
so
doing it
well.
big.
You started
Yeah,
so
I
well.
mean,
That's not gonna catch on.
it's like
Just because it's not
Too late to stop me. It's not
Give
going to
up.
stop.
Get a new one.
No, it's not going to happen.
No.
Exactly. No, it's not going to happen.
Are you done? That was it.
Yeah.
Me
I've
or-
been done for like 30 minutes.
That was unnecessary.
My man.
He got it. He got it. Like, he's with it.
Oh, is he?
He understands. Us men got to defend ourselves. Go ahead.
Code number 1.
Us men.
Mara, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful week of, as we're recording this, October the 24th. A lot of weird stuff happening in the news these days as far as we're getting it. First off, well, you know what? Do you guys want to start off with the news, or you want to start off with horror movie villain list?
Didn't you order them? Didn't you?
I
put
did,
them
but nobody ever asked if I wanted them to do that.
No, the order is I thought we all agreed was fine. However, but why don't we get the uncomfortable bit out of the way first? Then we can get back into our
That's what I've
regular,
heard.
zany shit.
We didn't want to start with Zane, then go to tragedy.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a little off.
what?
A little off.
Which
Hey,
is on brand.
I didn't ask you to yell.
I don't know how many times to say it.
Just asked you to repeat this.
All right. Thank you. That's enough.
I was actually really wondering if you had control over it this time.
Hopefully it works consistently.
Ew.
The entire time.
Pray. We're just going to have to pray. All right, let's do it. You cue it up. You do it.
Okay, so as of right now, Alec Baldwin, famous actor on shows such
of
as
things.
30. That's what?
Oh,
Lots
go
of
ahead.
things, including 30 Rock. Now, I don't know anything else Alec Baldwin was in. I did not get up his IMDb ready for this one. I just got this. He has accidentally he fatally shot a, what does it say here? Killed a film cinematographer and wounded its director by firing a gun that was being used as a prop. First things, you guys want to go through like what we know right now about the shooting?
Wait,
As
he
of now?
killed the guy?
Yeah,
Lady. He killed a lady.
Killed a woman.
And he injured
That was the
the director.
And she was a part of staff?
No, she was the camera woman. She was literally on the other end of the camera. And in fact, I found out what had happened was he was doing a shot where he had to aim the gun at the camera.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And
why was he pointing
Yep.
at her?
And that's how the director also got shot, because they were, right there.
Yeah. Go ahead.
as we all know, the shooting happened during a rehearsal for a scene in Rust, which is being shot in New Mexico. New Mexico or Mexico? Yes, New Mexico.
Mexico.
Movie set. Striking the cinematographer. Halyna Hutchins in
Yeah,
the
that's
chest,
right.
and director Joel Souza in the shoulder. Hutchins, 42, was airlifted to a hospital in Albuquerque, where she later died. Mr. Souza, 48, was taken by an ambulance to a hospital in Santa Fe and was released on Friday. No criminal charges have been filed against him or anyone else yet. The sheriff's office has obtained a warrant to search the building where the shooting happened, examine the gun for biological evidence, review video footage from the film cameras and other recordings. So a spokesman for the office said he expected more information to be available next week. So that's where we are as of right now in the situation.
Just have to see where things lead, but I definitely think it was a case of gross negligence. Like, people weren't doing their jobs correctly, and then it led to someone dying, straight up. It's the kind of thing they always tell you about, like, to make sure that you don't make those sort of mistakes so that people don't die, and they just ignored all those rules straight up.
On like multiple levels.
Yeah.
On like multiple steps of just who's in charge of, because there should be a group of people in charge of like the props, right?
It's at least a few.
Yeah.
At least a small number of them.
Yeah.
They handed him a gun they thought was clear, didn't do any sort of...
But like clearly somebody filled the gun.
For another scene, probably.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I heard that when you use dummy rounds, sometimes they like because they're filled with like BBs or whatever. Sometimes, there could be like particles left over and stuff like that. And you can shoot those particles at somebody if there's like another, kind of round loaded behind it. Like blanks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a blank can still cause a projectile to launch if there is one present.
The projectile not being a bullet per se.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't use a bullet.
Do we know?
Blanks or dummy rounds.
I have reading through this what we know. It was a bullet, right?
I don't know. Shouldn't it be?
Because I haven't seen any information that said that like what was fired when the gun was an actual bullet, or I have no reason to think it wasn't an actual bullet.
They shouldn't have any live rounds on set.
We do not know whether it was live ammunition, a blank, meaning a cartridge with a bullet, or something else. So we actually do not know what was actually shot yet, as of this moment on October 24th, 2021. So, question, guys. What should happen? What do you guys think should happen with this movie from this point on? Should they continue trying to make this movie happen?
Well, from a studio standpoint, they most certainly will try. From an ethical standpoint, they should just scrap it. Honestly,
this whole idea. Yeah.
She was the camera woman. She was making the movie look like what it looks like. She's gone now. You put someone else in that position, it's going to look completely different. I bet
everything changes.
It's going to look worse. Also, it's just bad for morale. No one's going to want to come back to the set and just be like, all right, guys, let's make a movie. Like, no, I don't feel like it anymore. Somebody died. That's just straight up, What do you guys think about Alec Baldwin? Do you think that...
I feel so bad for him. So, probably... Because I can't say he's not... I can't say... I mean, in a way, he's innocent because, this clearly is an accident.
Yeah.
And I feel terrible for this man. Because I can't imagine having to live with this. And that, I'm just doing a regular movie shot. And then now this is on me over other people's mistakes. And he's probably always going to have to live with this.
Yeah.
When other people are clearly at fault. When he's... I don't want to say, he's probably... I don't want to... He's not the victim, but, down the ladder of, victims, none of what happened should be on him. And he's probably going to have to be the person that faces it the most.
I think
unless they can actually find video of the person in charge of the actual prop guns.
I mean, I think the people who are supposed to be in charge of the weapon, who were just not present or whatever, I think the person who handed him the weapon, who said that it was clear or whatever, those people should be held fully responsible for what happened. Alec Baldwin literally was just he's almost like a getaway driver. But GTA, if they steal your car, it's like that. He didn't really know, what was going on, and then something really awful happened. I wouldn't say send him to jail or nothing. He'd send him to therapy, but those other guys,
he's gonna need therapy. He would need therapy because I can't imagine.
I can't
imagine he works again within the rest of this year. I would it might take forever for him to go back to that studio and be and have to face that entire set of crew and even want to go back and work.
I might not even want to pick up a gun for a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. How am I supposed to trust? How am I supposed to trust this crew of people who he probably worked with before? He's supposed to be the big star of this movie, and now the people I entrusted to help me make this movie led me to this. Bro, I can't imagine what it's like for him now.
Yeah. I think
it's bad. I feel really bad for that person's family. I feel really bad for him too.
Yeah. I hope there's a way that they can all find closure in this.
If this movie ever gets released, would any of you guys ever want to watch it?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
For the principal.
What if the family comes out and says listen, this was an accident and we know people did wrong, but it would help us if people watch this movie. We make money off this movie. We would need a lot of people.
If they directly came forward, which I've never seen anyone do, but if they directly came forward and said, we need this money to eat, then yeah, okay, I'll watch it. But that's not gonna happen. So I'm not worried about it.
What if
I
this
think
was
if anything, the studio might try to pay them to just be like,
my bad. Like, honestly,
hey, my bad. Here's some money. Like,
sorry guys. Oh,
yikes. Oof.
I could see Alec Baldwin like trying to do something like pay for the funeral or something.
It would only be right.
It would take a lot more. It's gonna take a lot more. But
I'm just saying he would try. He would do
him.
something.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's not. I mean, what's better than that? What's better than that? Like,
I don't think there. I don't think there is a consolation for like death.
Yeah, like what could you possibly do to make up for?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there isn't anything he can do. Like, it shouldn't be him that does something. He's just.
Yeah, right. He's just the guy that pulled the trigger.
I'm not saying he should do something, but he's gonna do something because he's a person. Regardless,
he wants to feel better.
Exactly. He's gonna pay for the funeral.
Yeah.
He's gonna do something to at least like show his condolences.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying it justifies it at all. I'm just saying he seems like the person that would.
I don't know that man at all. I mean,
that's true too. I don't know him very well.
I have no idea. Has anybody seen anything else he's in? I have no preference of him. All I know is that he has a bunch of brothers.
I've seen a bunch of different small things, but like I wouldn't say hardly ever have I seen like Alec Baldwin specific thing.
What if this was going to be like a really good movie?
We will, like I said, I might never see it. So
we might, yeah.
Gosh, he was in fucking Boss Baby, man. How could I forget?
He was in Was he the Boss Baby?
He is the Boss Baby.
Oh my god, we're not gonna get a season 2 of the show.
He's not on the show.
He's not the Boss Baby on the show?
No, he's in the movies, and that's it.
They switched out Boss Baby?
Of course, he'd be too expensive. There's a Beetlejuice too. Sorry, that's off track.
Is Alec Baldwin really there? I'm sorry. Anyway, well, that's the Alec.
No, I mean he's been in a lot of stuff for years. So
I just don't know any of them. But like
you've seen, I'm sure you've seen some of this stuff.
Rock.
You just don't think of him when you think of these things.
I've just seen 30 Rock. That's the only thing I've seen him in that I can like recall.
Apparently, he was in Madagascar 1 and 2. Somehow,
who is? I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Who is he playing as?
He was in Black Klansman, which I don't remember. Or maybe he was just a part of that. Yeah. He's been on The Simpsons before. He was in Will Smith's Concussion.
Real quick. Okay. Nobody should be in Concussion. Who was he in Madagascar? Concussion was that movie. Who was he Marty?
Oh, that was Chris Rock. You know that.
Was it Melvin? It wasn't Ben Stiller's character.
No.
It wasn't one of the penguins. It wasn't one of the penguins. Anyway.
Makunga? What the hell is a Makunga?
Was that when they got to the island? Or was that that wasn't the giant hippo, right?
No. The giant hippo?
The really fat hippo when the song comes out?
He wasn't even
definitely a black guy.
It was
the hippo?
Will I Am, I think. That was trying to remember his name now. I like him big. I like him chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a black guy.
Moto, that was his name. I don't know this character that Alec Baldwin portrayed.
Condolences to Mrs. Hutchinson's and Miss Hutchinson's family. And condolences to Alec Baldwin for all the clear trauma he will have to face for this giant blunder. Hollywood learns from these mistakes. Very, very big fuck up.
See, he was a lion. He was
a lion?
Yeah, he was like the Scar of the movie, looks like.
In the first one?
No, second one.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyway.
You got that list of movie villains up?
Oh, of course.
There you go. Question. Out of all the horror movie villains, which one would you pick to go up against all the other ones?
All right, who's gonna? Samara, you go first.
What a bad setup. He asked her to go first and then just play clapping.
What are the options?
horror movie
Anyone,
villains.
or it
Yes.
has to be from that list.
No, it's any of them. We needed a list so we can think of some because like as we were talking, we just kept thinking of more and more. There's fucking hundreds.
Okay,
of
I need a
thousands of
minute.
movies.
Don't pick me first. I need a minute.
Okay. Off the rip. Very high up on there, we've decided. Alien, the Predator, or Jason. Those, I think we've concluded internally within house, those are probably top picks for this question.
Why Jason?
Because he's pretty immortal.
He's like, he has superpowers.
He's damn near immortal, and he's really
Like,
strong. Like he's unreasonably strong. Michael Myers is strong in a very unrealistic
man.
way.
Like super unrealistically strong, but like.
But
not
Jason
a
Voorhees,
superhuman
he
strength.
breaks that ceiling. He punched the guy's head off. He punched
Never
his whole
seen-
head off. One swing, the dude's head went flying.
I've never seen Mike Myers do that.
Never seen Mike Myers do that. One time in Jason X, it was a simulation, but it still proved that he could do it. There were these girls in sleeping bags, and he just like beat one of the girls against
With the
the other
sleeping
girl
bag?
inside the sleeping bag.
Yeah.
You know, wild shit like that, wild cartoony shit like that is what Jason is capable of.
I just remember, like, at some point, I don't think he started like it, but like he absolutely became a supervillain. Like he started having like superpowers, or is the super strength the superpower?
I think the strength and the immortality are his only powers.
I don't think of many other like horror movie like creatures having like superpowers. When I think of them, I don't think of superpowers.
Yeah,
But when I think of him,
Predators.
he's the one. Is that a superpower? Or is he just an alien?
No, I was saying that they don't have superpowers to use technology.
Yeah.
Xenomorph is just all body. It's everything.
Yeah.
Everything they need to defeat you is coming out of them. They can
Yeah,
beat you.
that's really just a super. That's a super animal,
It's a roach. It's just a giant fucking cockroach ant.
and the cockroaches never die. So there's that. Those three are probably top up on the list.
The top three. I know that. What's his name? Patrick Bateman would never defeat
Patrick
the
Bateman.
Xenomorph.
Patrick Bateman, incredible. You said it, and my head still went to Psycho, and I know you mean American Psycho. You said it, and like it still took me a second to realize you did not mean the one in the wig.
Yeah, no. Norman Bates getting washed by the Predator, no problem.
Unless they get fooled real quick and be like, "Well, where's the son? I just saw him." For like a second.
Put his wig
Jigsaw.
on and go, "Hey, where'd your son go?" You know,
Jigsaw would be a terrible choice.
Jigsaw's just a dude. I could shoot him in the face and it's over.
Unless of course, you give him like 72 hours to prep, I guess.
Give him a week and he'll have us all fucked. It'd be over.
If you gave him a week, he might have a plan for the other villains, but he needs a week prep. He's like Batman.
Yeah.
Freddy would also not have a good chance. I don't think Freddy takes on multiple horror villains.
I think Freddy could go against other mystical villains like Candyman or maybe Hellraiser. Like he could go against those guys because their powers are just sort of like whatever I need it to be right now, you know?
Whatever the movie is calling for at this moment,
Exactly.
I have this power.
Exactly. So since that's bullshit, I think it's better to put them in the same category. You know, having Freddy versus Jason I thought was stupid from jump, but I watched it anyway because, I mean...
We all watched it.
Kelly Rowland was in it, you know? But, like, they were never on the same playing field in my mind. Like, it never occurred to me that they should ever go against each other. If anything, they might pass by each other and go, "Oh, hey, man." You know? Hey.
Why would they have beef?
Keep it core. Yeah. Why would they need to have beef? They're not on the same level in my mind. If Jason dreams, Freddy can meet him there, you know?
How strong do you think Ghostface is again? How strong did you think he was?
He's just a dude or two dudes, depending on the time. He's either one guy or two.
If it's two guys, do they survive longer? Like, are they strong? Are two dudes enough to beat Jason, or is that?
I don't think so.
Is two dudes enough to beat Leatherface? Like, how far is two dudes?
I think two dudes could beat Leatherface, but here's the thing. See, Ghostface isn't going to be like two Ghostfaces. It's going to be one Ghostface, you defeat him, and then another Ghostface immediately comes out. Like, like it's like a second life. It's his second stock or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Take out one Ghostface, another one just pops in, and you're like, oh shit, this battle's still going on. Oh shit.
I was slightly tired. Damn it. I Jigsaw only played for one Ghostface. I had to play for a second one. My calculations are off.
I think Jigsaw would be, if he had time, he'll be fine. No time?
If he had time, he would have time to put them in a situation where they break out immediately. Like,
yeah, like, I don't know. I think Ghostface also needs a little bit of time. He likes to taunt people. He likes to, to rile them up and get them really scared.
Half of these villains have giant egos for some reason.
Yeah, it's very odd. Very odd. But I guess that's just the type. What else we got here?
Is Jaws a horror villain?
Is Jaws a horror movie? I think it might be classified as one, even though
I think so, because every time I look up horror movie, it looks up. I see Jaws come up.
I feel like it's like a thriller.
Thriller film directed by Steven Spielberg. Thriller film.
Does that not count?
No. Adventure thriller. Definitely not.
Thriller is like a whole different energy, I feel like.
Yeah, thrillers are more about suspense, which I love.
Yeah.
Love that
Is
suspense.
Pennywise a horror movie villain?
Yes. Yes, he kills children. It doesn't get worse than that, I think. He eats them. It's actually even worse. He doubled down. Killed them and eat them. And also, he's an interdimensional spider monster. So that's.
I was gonna say, is that stronger? Is that stronger than Freddy?
Yes. What are you talking about? Is that
Stronger than Freddy?
If Freddy for 1 second feels any fear looking at Pennywise, he's screwed.
Yeah,
Just
but
gave him more power. He's screwed.
But does he? Do you think he would?
I think Freddy can feel fear. Yeah, I think so.
I think he can. I don't know if he would. Like,
Nah.
do I think Freddy's afraid of
A space spider, Eric?
maybe?
Who do you know?
Maybe.
Who do you know wouldn't be afraid of a space spider?
Jason.
I'm not even afraid of spiders, and I'd be terrified.
Jason wouldn't be afraid.
Jason is he don't scared of nothing. Okay, Jason is
Which is
one of
weird.
those guys.
Which
You
is
know
really
what I mean?
weird because I feel like he was just a dude too. And then
Nah,
he just
he's
stopped
immortal
being,
and he's super strong.
and he just stopped being a guy.
Yeah, he stopped being a guy after like the first 4 movies. I want to say.
Weird transition. Is
Transition?
Dracula a movie horror? No, is Dracula a horror movie? Because it transitioned from him being a dude and now he's super dude.
Are you talking about Dracula?
No, Jason.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, he transformed into practically Superman.
Transition sound on.
I heard that and I was like, did I play something? No, I don't remember doing that.
My man.
I feel like there's a few more we can throw in here before we wrap it up.
Candyman is about as strong as Freddy,
Yeah.
but also not. You couldn't kill him. I don't know if he's beatable.
But I think it goes both ways with Freddy. Like, you don't really kill him so much as you defeat him. You just get rid of him for a while, and then later on he'll be back because, children asleep.
So we don't think a xenomorph could kill Freddy. See, they can get rid of him.
I don't think xenomorphs dream. I think they just turn off when they go to sleep, and then they turn back on when it's time to
They don't
kill.
have a REM. They don't have a deep sleep. They don't wake up with like a wet dream every now and then.
I've never seen proof that they can dream because they are so, they're so violently interested in developing the hive. Once a hive starts, that's the only thing that matters. They'll kill everybody, whoever, doesn't matter, make the hive bigger. That's the only thing on their mind.
Do roaches sleep?
Yeah, of course. Do they dream? Now, that's the question. I don't know.
Are they like 1-to-1?
I don't think they're 1-to-1, but I definitely think
Are they 1 to
have
2?
similarities.
Are they 1 to 2? Like non-linear looping around to get to them. You know what I mean?
I think if you take certain elements from roaches and ants, you can, and obviously you got to put some human in there, and then you get a xenomorph.
We juice them up.
Yeah, but they're definitely very insect-like. They have a lot of insect-like behavior.
What is the fucking movie? Give me a second.
Okay.
Is Midsommar a horror movie? Is
No.
that a thriller?
That's a thriller for sure.
Damn it. Okay.
It's got to be.
You sure?
There's no like scares. There's no.
But yeah, you're not
what I mean?
scared as much as you are like on edge.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next?
Uncomfortable.
Right. I got another one for you. We left out Michael Myers a little bit, and Samara from The Ring.
So that, again, I think that is stronger than Freddy, but easier to deal with than Freddy. I feel like...
You think Samara's stronger than
Very
Freddy? She's stuck in the videotape. We just gotta
Well,
not watch it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But in this scenario, she's out.
It's already been
You'll
watched.
Watch it.
Yeah.
It's already been watched, guys.
We all watched it together, and now she's after all of us. 7 days.
And now she's here, and now Patrick Bateman has to deal with it.
Man, how would he? He'd go crazy with the chainsaw on.
Oh, is that a thriller
Is it
too?
the same? Is it the same? Like you have to wait 7 days because then she was gonna die. She's just
Listen. As
like,
we all
nah,
know,
I'm gonna get you, but you got 5 more days left.
well, Jason has time. Jason has time. Michael Myers has time. They have time on their hands.
Yeah,
they're not going anywhere.
They don't sleep.
Yeah,
I've never
Which is
seen
not
Michael
good for
Myers
Freddy.
sleep. I've never seen him sleep.
which is not good for Freddy.
They're just always awake. He's like, what the fuck? Like, bro, take a nap. And then Michael Myers just stares at him.
Leatherface does sleep, so he's
He has
down.
to. That's right.
He has to.
Leatherface
Just
is
a guy.
normal abomination hillbilly, man.
Just a man. Just a hillbilly.
Just a really fucked up
I'm looking
hillbilly.
at horror movies, and I'm seeing like Conjuring come up. So like Annabelle would get washed, but like would Chucky wash her?
Who?
'Cause I think Annabelle, because she's a demon.
Yeah,
Annabelle
I don't
do
think.
nothing, bro.
Yeah,
Huh?
Annabelle can't do shit. She's just a doll.
Well, she's a demon. So I don't
A
know
doll
if you
with
can kill
a
her.
ghost inside it.
Yeah, but you can't
Thank
really
you.
kill her.
The doll does nothing
But you can't
but
kill her.
sit there.
But you can't kill her. So like, can you really beat her?
Chucky can find a way.
Like I said before, this should be about defeating more than like killing. Certain characters you just can't really kill. You have to get rid of them and then call it, a win.
Oh man, did anybody watch Ma?
No, I have actually not seen it. I heard it was all right. Not
she'd
quite
win.
good, but
She'd win. She'd win.
oh boy.
Watch the movie. That's it. Top 4 answers.
Ma wins?
Jason. No, top 4 answers. Jason, Predator, Xenomorphs, and Ma.
In no particular order, right? Because...
In no particular order.
okay, all right.
I'd argue Jason and Ma are like right around the same time. Right around. Watch the movie. Watch the movie, guys.
The Xenos.
Probably
I think no matter who's on the list, it's going to come down to the Xeno and the Predator, and then it might just be a fucking tie, and
then
nobody
maybe
wins.
Ma shows up at the end.
Yeah, and then gets waxed. And not even like.
Well,
hold on, no, listen.
watch
She's
the
a
movie,
regular
watch the
lady.
movie.
She would not get. She would not like get killed on purpose. She would get offhandedly dispatched. Like the Xenomorph and the Predator will be fighting, and she'll just get too close, and the Xenomorph's tail would just slap her, and that's it. Give her one of these. She's
I don't
done.
think Leatherface is ready for Ma, bro. Y'all need to watch the movie.
Oh God.
when she
Don't-
runs over that,
Don't say. Don't. It's fine.
she's gonna run somebody over. She's gonna run Leatherface over. Absolutely.
You can run over the Predator. He might actually die from that. You could probably kill the Xenomorph.
It would
that way,
take
too.
it would take a big car. It would take a giant.
Not
it was like
really.
a truck.
I mean, look, Predators are big, right? They're big
Yeah.
and heavy. If you hit them fast enough, you might crash your car. You might total your car. Sure,
You're gonna have to. It would
But
have
that
to. You would
dude
have
might
to.
be dead, and that's all that matters. If you hit him hard enough, he's going down. You can shoot Predators. The problem is they really do. They eat that damage, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like they could probably take a bullet to the head and
They
live.
can. You can shoot them in the head a few times, and then they won't die from it.
So a car crash, it would take.
You slam them into a wall, dude. Slam them into a wall.
I was about to say, is Terminator a horror movie? But I think the same thing as a thriller.
That's actually a really good question because
I think that's
the
a thriller.
Terminator is very powerful.
That's Jason. That's Jason level or Ma level, as I'm going to call it.
Let's see. It's just says sci-fi action. I wouldn't really call that horror.
So top 4. Well, actually top 5. Maybe Pennywise.
Pennywise versus who?
Pennywise versus Jason. The bar to me is like, are you like? Do I think you would beat Jason? And if it's like close, you're probably around there.
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think Jason actually has an edge over Pennywise because he doesn't feel fear.
He doesn't feel fear, and he's immortal. I don't know if an interdimensional spider means immortal, but it does mean interdimensional spider.
You know, they did beat him at the end. They beat him after everything, so I think he can be killed and like just straight up dead, which is great. That's great for the list.
Which is great.
I think Jason's got the win on that
great.
one.
It's great for the xenomorphs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They don't feel fear either. They just don't have that emotion at all. They don't have like any emotions, really.
Terrible for Jigsaw though. Terrible for Jigsaw.
Oh man, Jigsaw's going out round 1. Jigsaw,
Unless it's playing.
Norman
Unless
Bates,
it's
Patrick
He
Bates.
also had cancer, so
he also had cancer.
You're
He's
right.
he's deathly
frail.
afraid of cancer.
yeah.
He's another casualty.
He did die, and
Yeah.
like he got replaced.
Well, this is like, we're bringing them all back for this one. Everyone's here.
So
He's
Medea has a
still
Halloween. Medea has a Halloween movie. Did we count her?
She's not the monster in the movie.
I would say
Tyler
she's the
Perry
monster.
is. All
I was-
right, we did it. Woo. Hey, you know what? We're going to give
I was gonna
myself
say she's the
one of
monster
these.
in all.
Thanks, guys. You know I had to do it to him. Come on. You know what it is. My head looks shiny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She didn't even do it this time. You could tell she's just not feeling it.
It's
Drank too
well,
much.
for the audience. It's 10 p.m. For the audience, we're recording this at 10 p.m. We're getting old.
It's not even that. I didn't sleep that much.
You took
Man,
multiple naps. I got
So did
like
I.
20 minutes.
Did you sleep?
Yeah.
What time did you get home?
Oh, no, it didn't matter. I was just up. I knew I would be. When I got here, I was just up doing shit. And then at 7:49, I decided, close my eyes for a little bit.
That's when you decided to close your eyes?
And then my pizza
7:49?
showed up. My pizza showed up at like 8:15.
What kind of pizza was it?
Brooklyn style pineapple and bacon on white sauce.
And every time, I knew you would say that P word. Now give it to the next question.
Do it every time.
That's
do it
disgusting.
Every time. I do it
If
every
you were
time.
to produce an album, who would you have on it? Disgusting. God, who the fuck eat that?
Part of me doesn't want Drake on it.
Pardon?
Real shit. He's got enough things. Like, he's good on his own. I should give other people, a spotlight. Give other people a chance to do something great. And I've said this before. As much as I love Telephone by Lady Gaga and Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, excuse me.
Yeah.
That we could do more. We could do a remix, add a couple more ladies in there. Doja Cat, maybe. We could have something real special in 2022.
I don't really want to.
I'd pick Frank Ocean.
Oh, okay. And who else? Just Frank.
An album.
One album for Frank.
That's
Gotta
not a
put him
Frank,
in
it's
the
not a Frank.
studio.
It's you're producing an album. You're producing an album, so you pick. Let's say you have like 6 or 7 songs. You get to pick who you want on those 6 and 7 songs. So it might be 6 or 7 different artists, if not more.
Yeah, you could totally do that. I said this before too. Remixes aren't like they used to be, and
You would do a whole set of remixes.
I mean, yeah, why not? It could be a really nice, fun,
Not the Tory
Everyone-
Lanez.
huh?
Tory Lanez did a whole album like that.
Like that's what I brought up earlier as
I know,
well.
and I still don't like it.
I did like it, and then he did that other stuff.
You know what I don't? I just don't like his parts. That's what I'll say. I don't
Yeah,
like his
I think
parts.
his parts are the weakest parts of the whole thing. Everyone else pulled their weight.
consistently.
Everyone else pulled their weight on their own remixes, and it was his idea, and he's not hitting it right. He's not on the same level.
Consistently, he doesn't. I'd
Yeah.
love to.
His new album, though.
Never listened to it. Didn't feel like it. Didn't want to. Next.
Didn't want to. Ratio.
Ratio. I ratio that boy.
I would love to have like RS I listen to now. I'd love to have Babytron. I would love to have just a giant song of Detroit rappers on it. But I would also love
Big Sean
if
did it
there
first.
was another song right after it with Disney artists on it. So I would love if Hannah Montana comes back and does a song with Raven Baxter. I would love that.
Bring back the Disney sing-alongs.
I would love if that happens too. Maybe the Cheer Girl comes back, but it's also featuring a new young star. I don't watch Disney, so I don't know any.
No, that sucks now. I don't think they have any stars anymore. I think it's all just circulating garbage. They just keep making new shit, and it's not
Somebody.
Not very good.
Like, somebody has to be talented on there. Somebody. I just haven't seen it. But I have to fully believe there has to be somebody that's a star on there.
It has been years since I've watched the Disney Channel. Since I've watched cable. Like,
As everybody knows, I'm a big fan of Stevie Wonder, so I'd love for him to be on a song where we could get the truth out there.
that he can see.
I don't need to say. Listen, man. Everybody knows my stance on it. I just want the truth. And probably closing out the song, as we all know, I think I would like Drake on it because Drake's best songs are really the outros on all his albums. He really does. He really goes hard for the outro. So I'd love to have him do the classic 5 minutes of me talking about how things used to be and rounding out the album. And then, you know what? Just for the fun of it, let's throw in a. Who do I actually like? Who would I actually like to represent me on I'm trying to think of like an R&B singer.
R&B.
You know what? Let's Mary J. Blige. Let's have Drake and Mary J. Blige on the outro.
That's a good choice.
Probably those type of things. I would say I would have what I listen to now, a lot of Michigan style artists. I would love to bring back Disney sing-alongs. Love a Drake outro with a Mary J. Blige feature. And you know what? Let's have some hyper pop music and Japanese music to annoy the rest of my friends.
So what?
Some J-pop, hyper pop to annoy the rest of my friends.
Man. I don't think that's gonna work for me, boss.
I think
It's produced by me, man. Trust me. Yeah.
I think mine would be like super soft and sappy. So it'd be like Frank Ocean, Daniel Caesar.
Somebody's gonna give him a gig. I'm glad it's you. Somebody's gonna give him some work, and I'm glad it's you. Somebody, man.
Don't call Giveon. Call him.
He doesn't have a manager anymore. It's him answering all his calls. I'd like to speak to.
Hello, this is Daniel.
Manager. It's me. It's me. Who is this? I'll take it. I haven't proposed it yet. I'll do it.
That's all right. I'll be there. What time?
What time?
He has a good voice.
Yeah.
You know what? What if you do have a We Are the World, but it's a bunch of modern day artists?
That could work.
Another update once every 20 years.
Yeah, but see, the last time they did it, they definitely had some issues. You remember how?
When was the last time? Was it 10 years ago?
No, I don't know.
Because I remember the one that's 20-ish years ago.
Is that the one with Michael Jackson and he was very
that's
disappointed?
That's the one I remember, but I know there's got to be an earlier one.
There's nothing funnier than Michael Jackson he was rocking and he just stopped. You knew that he just wasn't feeling it, you know?
But I mean, I'm not surprised. Because, if I'm Michael Jackson, I'm looking around and I see all these artists. I'm wondering if he's just thinking, bro, who are these people?
Some of those people in the room, he definitely didn't know who they were.
I fully believe
100%.
he did it. I know he knew Stevie Wonder. I don't think he knew anybody else.
I think of Michael Jackson. I think this is funny because he didn't present himself this way, but I think internally Michael Jackson was a lot like Kobe. He walks in a room and he just sort of looks around. He's like, I could beat you. I could beat you. You know, you. Who are you? Who is that?
Very few, but if he thinks he has a chance, then he'll give you attention for sure.
Yeah.
Very friendly guy.
It's a good idea,
though.
I would listen to that album, even though it sounds like it'd be a mess.
No. I want to hear the rest of what she put on the album too. Would you put Summer Walker on the album?
No.
Peace for Brains.
Her and her. I was gonna say baked beans for brains.
Oof.
God, great voice, terrible ideas. Great voice. Amazing artist. Amazing.
Okay,
artist.
I would definitely put Kate Trinata on there.
Kate Trinata?
I'm pronouncing it correctly. For the beats.
Would you actually put Tory Lanez on an album produced by you?
Look. His new album is lit.
Would you go and you
but
said?
I understand the stigma.
You have an album that's
I would want Miguel on there.
It's good choice. He knows how to make any song work, really.
Yeah.
I got a list for you. Iggy Azalea. Baby,
I love
Woke Wookie, Island Boys, Chet Hanks, Eminem, but only the Venom lyrics.
He's just recycling the
Just
Venom.
doing
lyrics.
Venom again.
Just a string of white rappers, but a specific kind of white rappers.
Exactly, precisely. Tom McDonald. You guys ever heard of Tom McDonald?
Absolutely. Would you put Krayshawn on there too? How far do you want to go?
Oh,
I like her.
why?
Gucci, Fendi. How does the rest
That
go?
album actually is good.
Oh,
I never listened to the album.
For its time.
And then finally, to close it out, LaRue. Just a random.
Who?
Who? Bulletproof, All these people mixing together.
After the Krayshawn feature?
Jesus. Yeah, right after. This is the last song on the album. It's just Bulletproof.
What's the intro?
The intro is going to be Venom. The intro is Venom. Then we move to Bad Baby, or I like to call her Bahad Bahabi. We move over to her, and then we move over to Woe Vicky, because, keep the white chicks together. Then you do a double, right? A collab song. Iggy Azalea, Island Boys.
Island.
And then, you
Island
do
boy.
Krayshawn.
Island boy.
Yeah. Oh, and Chet Hanks. Krayshawn and Chet Hanks go on a song together.
Damn. White people winner.
That's right. It's White Boy Summer. What happened to that? Does anyone remember White Boy Summer?
The summer ended. Come on. What do you mean? Look at the
The
time.
White Boys were awfully quiet.
Well,
I
you
don't
know,
like that. I don't like
they didn't
that.
want to. They didn't want to disturb anybody.
That must be it. All right,
Yeah,
we
man.
produced several albums that will not sell, but that's okay.
It won't chart.
Mine
My
would.
album, hers might chart. Mine won't at all. It'll get to the.
Yeah.
It'll get to the Disney sing along, and then people will turn it off.
Mine's designed to stink, so it's all good.
Well, just wait till they get to the Island Boy feature.
Woo! People will turn their shit
Sheesh.
off. They will delete their accounts, I promise. All right, next question. How do you determine one's own league in terms of dating? I thought about this for a little while. It's like people always talk about out of my league and all that shit, but it's like, what really makes a league, and why do you put yourself in that box?
So, the starting point. I think the starting point for everybody, it has to be looks, right? That's the starting point when you try to determine someone's league.
Sure.
That's
own
right.
league.
That's my first thought.
Sure.
Right. So but it's always a comparison to, the people around you. So
No. Go ahead.
Well, how do you determine, let's say somebody's a 5? How do you determine that you're a 5? If it's not a comparison to other people.
When I look at league, I just look at the person in comparison to where I feel like I'm at on the scale.
Right.
How did you determine you were on the scale?
I don't know.
You make up your own placement, right?
Yeah.
You were right, in fact, that you start with looks, but I think there's other elements that determine your league, and it's really up to you what that league is or what it could be. And I think oftentimes we limit ourselves because we, hold ourselves back from certain opportunities because we think, oh, they're out of my league or whatever. You made the league up. You made it up. So you can change it at any time.
It's completely your own mental construct that you built up.
If you have a shitty job, let's say you're like it's not a bad job, but it can stink, right? If you're a janitor, for instance, a lot of people would think of that as an undesirable job. However, in a lot of cases, it can be, pretty lucrative. There's a lot of skills you can learn from it. It's a very simple, 9 to 5 kind of deal. There's a lot of benefits there. Some janitorial jobs actually have benefits. How many jobs don't have benefits and don't plan on ever getting any, So if someone's a janitor and they're, let's say, of average attractiveness, they're probably going to limit themselves very heavily just because they're a janitor, Or when it's like you can meet anybody.
But it could go either way. They could say, I have all these pluses because of the job. I have benefits. Some people don't. Maybe I'm higher than maybe I'm even higher up. A lot of ways you can spin that.
Yeah, but look, it'd be something special if a janitor went on a date with a woman and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just working retail or whatever, like part time." And he's just like, "Ugh." he's like,
he's like, "Oh, I just work, I was doing retail stuff at the mall, something." He goes like,
"Was that part time?" And he's like, "You know what? The check's on me, and there won't be a second date." Like, damn, the average looking janitor guy said no. Go tell your friends that. Go back and text your friends and say the janitor said no.
The janitor didn't want a second date.
Yo,
He'd be like, "Girl, what?"
He didn't even want to finish the date we were on once I told him what I was doing for a living.
Oh my God.
I think it's possible, but I'd hate to be on the wrong side of that. That's all I got to say.
To get shamed because of your job.
Right. And the other person's job stinks. Like, I work in sanitation. Oh, you're a stinky guy. You judging me. You judging me and you stink.
But like, I'm sure that probably does happen too, though.
Yo, doctors. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, for me, I feel like it's just strictly looks. If I'm talking about, because basically this question came about when I told Dion that I thought someone was out of my, or like sometimes I think that someone is out of my league, but it's strictly looks. I feel like I don't care what someone's job is or anything like that. It's just like their looks compared to my looks or previous people that like they've dated.
But see, this is why I say
really?
that the leagues are like crock of
and
shit.
it's not even really that, but sometimes I'll look like I was telling Dion, like I feel like most people have a preference when it comes to like body type, right? So if I'm like talking to someone and I see that they've only dated skinny women, I would be like, ugh.
Do you think
Okay.
you think that they might be out of your league because they're not looking for you?
I think
Is
it'd
that-
be more like she's out of their league because they're not looking for her.
Is that?
I don't know. That's confusing.
Oh.
All I'm saying is when I think about it, I like look at this man and I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful man. He could kind of be out of my league because he could get anybody.
Yeah, it's very limiting. It's just a way to limit yourself. You don't have to.
I'm gonna, get it.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
I'm just like,
But how's he out of your league then? Why would you like?
because I don't know. It's all based off looks. Because if we really sat down and compared it, like I would kind of be out of his league based off like what I have going for me. If we talk about like what Dion said as far as like jobs and stuff, and like things like that. But for me, normally if I'm like, oh, this guy's like probably out of my league, it's strictly off of like appearance.
That's interesting.
Right.
It's like it's more so to me. It's about placement in life, like what you got going on, what your plans are. If those things don't align, that determines the league to me.
That's a good way to actually.
I thought it was like 60% looks and like 40% what you said. Like I think it's like looks probably like are like a stronger starting point, but the other factor is like there, and is like still strongly noticeable. Like you could look amazing, but if having nothing going for you, it'll drop you down from like a 9 out of 10 to like a 3 or 4 out of 10.
You could be the most attractive homeless person.
You could be
still homeless.
Yeah, respectfully.
They exist. I heard in Florida from some comedian.
Boy.
They look pretty good down there. Homeless people look pretty good. So
I don't know. I think
that's true. I've never seen an 8 out of 10 homeless person.
I don't know.
They exist.
I guess 'cause most of the men that I deal with, like, I don't know, they're like bums low key. So
they're bums low key.
I really can't compare. Like, really, I'm out of their league, but if we go off looks, I'm like, well,
Oh,
they're good,
humble.
good in that
So
department.
so humble. Oh man. Oh.
I feel like when it comes to those things, the looks matter the least.
That's fair.
No, they matter
That's
the
fair.
least. They matter, but it gets worse the further you guys are apart in your life journey. You know, you could be so attractive, but if you're like doing meth, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care how hot you are. You
But
do meth,
you're still
like,
doing meth.
recreationally. Yeah, like you still do meth.
Yeah.
It's never going to work between us.
It's
I'm
never
out
gonna
of
work
your
long
league.
term.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like straying from like what I'm
Out of
never
your
gonna
league?
look at someone off the top and be like, oh, this dude's out of my league. I'm talking about people that I've actively like potentially pursued or talked to. Like, bro, I'm not just gonna look at this man do like literally smoking meth and be like, wow, he's out of my league because he's so beautiful. I'm
What
talking
if he
about
was?
like
But what if he was
people.
like that?
But I wouldn't associate myself with that. I'm talking about people that like we're on a common ground of pursuing each other. But then sometimes I might take a step back and be like,
I mean,
This man-
I wasn't trying to say that you go out looking for meth heads.
No,
it's more
I mean,
so like
going
if you
off
find
of
out
looks.
that they have. Yeah, I mean, looks
No,
first,
'cause-
and then you're like, oh wow, you're a good looking guy, and then after 3 dates, you're like, hey, were you just smoking meth in the bathroom? And he's like, oh yeah, you know. Then it's like the league changes right now. The league has changed. You know.
Well,
I don't know.
you would never. This scenario would only happen to the people who are around your league or are above it, because you wouldn't go that far along with people who you weren't attracted to, right? Like you wouldn't go for somebody who you thought was a 3 out of 10.
No. I'm saying starting with
No, I'm
looks first.
Well, with her, yeah.
Yeah, starting with looks first. The second one of those variables comes in, the league changes. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Start
I
with
don't
looks.
know. Half the time I meet people online anyway, so we're probably gonna communicate for a minute before anything happens.
There's time to
So
figure out
it's
if they're
not
on
like
that
I just met you here and I'm only talking to you because of looks. It's like looks can only get you so far. You should be able to like hold a conversation and stuff. But I'm just saying when I make the comment that this guy's kind of out of my league, it's just off of looks. Because I know I have a lot going for me. I know where I'm at in my life. And I haven't dealt with anybody that's like really compared or been on my level in that sense that I've like pursued or dated. So it's strictly off of looks.
Well,
You would say most of the time in life, people are out of your league more.
I wouldn't even say it like-
you're out of their league. You're out of their league.
I don't look at it that way, honestly, because I know that, like, some people don't reach all their goals as quick as other people. And some people need a push to, like, hit those marks. And for me, I knew what I wanted and I did it. Like, I'm only 25. So that's why I don't date people my age normally, because they're intimidated by it, I guess. So I don't look at it as like I'm out of their league. I just feel like they can provide something to me that I can't get materialistically, and vice versa.
I think that
Which is why it's mostly as bad. I mean, not bums, but just like we're not on the same level. Like, and being completely realistic, like I've made more money than like a lot of people that I've like pursued or dated. And I never throw it in their face, and they don't feel any kind of way, I don't think. But like,
You did just throw it here.
I'm just being honest.
Thank
I
you
know,
for being
But
honest.
they provided something that like I feel like I needed. So I don't look at it as like I'm out of their league, because I'm getting something from it and they're getting something from me, you know?
And that's the thing. Like, leagues are designed, like this concept of leagues is designed to either limit the people that you interact with, of your own volition, or to limit the people that you will put yourself around, like the people that you will pursue. You know what I mean?
It's really just a subtract. It's really just a subtractor. Like it's never really used unless you think somebody else is like out of your league.
Yeah,
it's only negative.
Or you're better than them.
That's the only time it's brought up.
I never look at it as really like a bad thing though. Like when I was talking to Dion about like, oh, this guy's kind of out of my league, I'm just like, period. This guy's out of my league. Still got him. Period.
That's funny, but it's just weird because like I would never. I just would like. I wouldn't think that. I would just think it's more so like I understand what you're saying, but I think most times when it's brought up, it's mostly like an inhibitor, like it's usually like an intimidation of they're out of my league. I shouldn't even try.
I feel like
that sort of thing is when I think it's usually brought up.
I feel like men use it more for that. I feel like
that's probably true.
Women know, well, not really women, but like I feel like I've been able to pull most of the people that I wanted that maybe I felt like I couldn't before or something. But like with men, I feel like they use it as like a defeating term. Like they're scared to pursue, where it's like women, it's like, bro.
That's true. I did, you know what?
We're gonna finesse.
No, I definitely think it's more male focused. Like again, as a limiting, factor, you're controlling the people who, you think, that they think you're not worth their time. But it's like, you don't know unless you try.
Yeah. Maybe they are, but you didn't know that beforehand.
Right. And I think there's a lot of this like pre-calculus going on in the male mind. It's like, well, clearly, because she has this type of car and she wears these types of clothes, and I have a janitorial job, that we will never work out. And it's like that honestly might never play a factor.
That might not be the reason you don't work out. It could work out for tons of other reasons. Let's get to step one first. Yeah.
I feel like that has to do with confidence or like insecurity in that person though. I've had people literally like really try it. Really. That have had less. And
haves and the have-nots, baby. That's all it's about.
And I feel like
put the shots up.
Who cares about your job? If you are providing for yourself, or I mean the type of job.
Yeah.
But Samara,
like
that is a very rational thought that is not being like expressed in these people's minds. People who go from person to person thinking about leagues, they don't think about the rationality of it.
But I think it's the same. I think it's the same that Eric said. If you think about it later, which is what I said that I do, I've already snatched this person. And then I look back and I'm just like, this is a beautiful man. Not saying that I'm ugly, but anyways, I feel like that just
people think.
I feel like it just goes down to like that maybe that person isn't as confident as they should be, because like Eric said, you don't know until you try.
Yeah.
Like it's all about I feel like it's just someone's vibe or someone's energy. Like if you're confident and you're sure of yourself, no matter like don't compare yourself to what others have. Because there's a lot of women, I feel like, that are very, like, stuck up. Like, for me, it's like, okay, I've been to college. Okay, I have a good job. And I have everything myself. But I never throw it in someone's face like, oh, you don't have this. You don't make as much as me. I don't care. Like, it is what it is.
There's a lot of people that do care, though.
I know.
It's a lot of
That's
women
what
care.
the issue is.
They say I got a Benz, and you have
pocket watchers,
a Corolla, a 2004 Corolla. You're not on my level. I'm out of your league.
I feel like also if you look at like my type, I feel like they just I don't know. They really don't care. And I really don't care. I already know going into it, like, they don't care. And I don't care.
That's nice.
Yep.
They say comparison is the thief of joy. So that's truly the case here. You won't have anything joyous by comparing what they have and what you don't have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. You gotta do it like The View, you know? They clap whenever you finish saying anything.
They say opposite attract.
Also, it's easier if you just think everybody's out of your league anyway. Like you're above them. Anyway, so if you could go to your own funeral, would you? It's gotten me this far. Would you go to your own funeral? Because I don't think I would.
Really? I would.
I don't think I'd want to see it. I don't think I'd want to see that.
I want to make sure that they're doing what I want them to do. I don't want...
You don't want them straying from the plans.
Exactly. I don't want them to take liberties and, everyone's all sad and crying. That's not what I wanted.
Bro, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. If I go to your funeral, get ready. Get ready for a performance once I get up the stage. Get ready.
Oh, man. She's going to be lying.
I'm gonna do a live episode.
With my corpse? There will be no corpse.
Absolutely.
There will be no corpse. Eric has left the camera, so Samara, would you go to your own funeral?
I think I would, just to see who all shows up, what it's about,
Yeah,
Just
I'm
to
not
see?
even...
I also feel like, am I like a ghost?
I would assume like go.
Then I feel like I would like signal, be like, I'm here, bro.
That's a terrible idea.
Tighten up.
Like you do like a little, you'd like a small tremor, like the musical performance is a little bad. You'd be like, get it together, guys.
Shake the stage a little. That's crazy. I feel
like I would just like lift my body up.
That's terrible. Also, that's worse. You're gonna scare people. It's not going to do you any favors.
Oh my god! Local news
live.
I will tell one singular person, be like, "So this is the plan."
Wait, hold on.
That's a terrible idea.
Who are you communicating with beyond the grave?
No, I mean before I die.
Before you die, hey man, I'm going to die next Wednesday, so this is the plan.
I'm going to have it already. We're talking about it right now. I'll go ahead and plan it.
Oh,
so
man.
if this body lifts up out of the casket, just know that was me.
If the body lifts up out of the casket,
you're going to cause a scene. It's going to be on the news, and it's never going to be brought up again because of how awful it was.
Everybody's going to have such a traumatic experience.
Yeah,
we all just
your parents
saw like a
are going
ghost.
to be shattered
But
by
then
this.
be like, oh my gosh, remember that one time?
What if
oh my gosh! Like,
what do they think it's so? What do they think it's like a demon possessing you?
Yeah, that's the first thing people are going to think. Not,
dead.
oh, it's Samara. She's back.
Yeah, but we just saw your body lifted.
And it wasn't looking like it was alive. It was looking like it was dead, but it was moving. You know what I mean?
And then there was a small earthquake. The musical performance wasn't that good.
Haley Williams fell off the stage and broke her ankle. It was a whole thing.
Daniel Caesar showed up and he was saying, "Like, guys, I'm on time. I promise. I could go." It was a whole show.
How else am I supposed to see the funeral if I'm dead? As a ghost, right?
Well, I mean, I think the question allows you to take whatever form you best see fit. My form is more of a omnipresent, I can just see everything that's happening from a distance.
From a top down view, or
yeah, I could do top down. I could get a sweeping crane shot.
I was gonna say what kind of 3D angle.
I could get a low angled shot pointing upwards as people walk to my tree. I want to be planted as a tree. If you guys didn't know,
and so in my head, you're saying this, and I'm imagining like you're there, but it's like a video game where you could change the camera angle. Like in 2K, you have different broadcasts. You're watching it like a TV. You're watching it from a far away, from a binocular.
Oh my god, that's
a lot of you change perspectives of the funeral whenever you feel like it. Like let me get a good shot of it from behind my mom. That looks nice.
My brain only knows how to process things in camera angles, so it's all established camera angles that one would use to film or TV. It's all we got the dolly shot. We got, the zooms and stuff. It's all just if my life was ending as a movie would. And right after the funeral, roll credits.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I would not want to watch my funeral at all.
That's fair.
I would absolutely just trust that like whatever funeral you have is that you guys feel better with the funeral, but I wouldn't want to see my friends, my family like during that moment. That's not what I wouldn't want to remember that as like, because that's the last thing I see of them probably.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going back watching their lives. I wouldn't want to have like my memories of them. I wouldn't want, even if it's a little like slightly tainted by having to see them visibly sad because of my funeral. And also I wouldn't want to see a sad performance. Like I don't want to see like whatever you guys do, I'll trust you guys completely. Tell me about it like later on, I guess. Like
trying to be a tree. Can't have them fuck that up.
And like what if something goes bad at the funeral too? Because then I'm gonna take it personally. What like
somebody comes out and says some shit that's like, I've been sleeping with such and such for 20 years. Like,
God.
Let's say you die or older in life, right? You die as an adult, a bigger adult, and your wife or your husband, they just got to tell the truth. You know, they've been sleeping around behind your back for a very long time, and you had no idea. That would suck.
Cut the show. Cut the show. Like what? Cut the. It was like that. Bro, what? Because now not only am I dead, now I'm mad.
And that,
like,
but hey, as a vengeful spirit, you can make some waves. But you raise that body up. That'll get them real good.
I was better off chilling up there or down there, either way. All right. Now I gotta stay here and deal with this problem. No.
Man.
And what if the food sucks? Because then like that's on my name.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's not because you didn't provide the food. It's not on your name.
But it was Eric's event. You know what I mean? Like,
that's not what people are gonna think. Eric's event. Did you RSVP to Eric's funeral? No.
As a matter of fact, I did because I'm there.
People aren't going to think about that. I promise.
They're not, but I will.
Well,
like this is like if it's my funeral and there's Chick-fil-A catering, I'm gonna be fucking tight.
I mean, I can get behind that. If my people don't be cooking for real, then what's the point? What was it all really for?
That's what I'm saying. Like what? Like it better be food I would have liked. I don't care if you guys like the food, but if it has to be food I like.
Terrible. That's also a terrible choice. I don't want to eat your nasty ass
which is why
food.
I don't want to see it. Which is why I don't want to see the funeral because I know it's not going to be what I want.
It's just a lot of control. I feel like I only have a few desires for my death.
If I'm gonna watch the funeral, I want it to be an Eric show. But if I'm not gonna watch it, whatever.
You're not even gonna be there. You can't even experience the food that they're eating.
Yes. Why force them to eat shit that you can't even have?
But I can tell, but I can see what it is.
You want them to be like, wow, this is sad and they're grieving.
So you're telling me how I should want my funeral to go? You're telling me how I should want my...
We're asking, and your answers are
she told
disappointing.
Me. She just told me I should. Because I died, and here's how you telling me I should be feeling after my death.
No, we're just telling you not to like control what people eat beyond your death. You have nothing to do with what they're eating.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
because I don't want that control.
But you just
but
you have the rules in your mind.
You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it, so stop dictating and having all these rules about the funeral. You said you don't want to see it, and leave it at that.
Who's dictating anything? All I said was that I have.
It's on the record. You'll see it when you edit this video. You'll see it. That's all that matters. All right, last question, guys.
This part's edited out. Cut it. It's already gone.
Whatever. Last question. Would you rather? This is so stupid. Would you rather fight a chicken every time you go into your car, or fight an orangutan with a sword once a year at a random time?
Orangutan, I found out.
Carry the sword all the time?
No. The orangutan has the sword.
The orangutan has a sword. Also, orangutan does not end with a G. It is orangutan.
Cool. I'll remember that going forward.
It's really weird. That surprised me.
I mean, we just been told wrong things when we were growing up. That's just the way it is.
Bro,
there's a lot of shit that we were taught that just turned out to be wrong.
This question came to me from like my friend at work, and like he said it to me, and like he was like he read it too, and he was saying it would rather fight the chicken or the orange tin with a sword. And I just kept looking like, what the fuck is an orange tin? What are you talking about? He's like, the monkey thing, and it's like monkey 5 seconds. The monkey. I looked at.
Go ahead.
I looked at the ground and I was like, do you fucking need an orangutan? And he just said like, I'm so sorry. But
is it a regular sized chicken?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I could just grab his neck.
Of course, you could. But it's not going to make it easy on you.
It's not easy.
It's going to be moving around, jumping around, and
what am I supposed to do if he has a sword and I don't know when he's going to attack?
He won't attack you while you're asleep. That's the only
It
thing.
doesn't matter.
That's a fair rule that we just made up.
He's
What
not
am I gonna have to do? Be like weaponed up all the time, 24 hours a day,
Pretty much, yeah.
possibly. Yeah.
365 days a year.
Look, you go to the
one
movie
day?
theater.
Well,
Look, you
no,
go to the
no, no,
movie.
no.
One day.
It is
Hear me
one
out.
day a year. That's true.
Yeah.
One day that you have to worry about, and after that day, you can be in relaxed mode. Now, it would suck if it was 10 months of no orangutan action, and then in November the motherfucker just shows up. You know, that would suck.
Yeah,
But-
and then he could come back in January because it's a new year.
It could.
But
Yeah,
then consider
that is- yeah.
once you get over him, he's gone again.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. I'm choosing chicken just because I think the orangutan would demolish me. Not even because he's good with the sword, but just because
He's not. It's an orangutan. It's not an orangutan swordsman. It's just an orangutan with a sword.
I mean, he's gonna swing that shit around.
How are you
I'm
going to
gonna-
correct us about the pronunciation and you said it wrong?
no, but like I think
Muscle.
orangutan is how it is, but like orange orangutan
Orangutan
is how it's spelled. I don't know if like the pronunciation. I think is orangutan.
Did he not just
Just-
say that though? That it was pronounced?
He said it with a G at the end, and I'm trying to say it orangutan.
You, Eric.
I know, like like the way he said it was like it was a clear G at the end, and I wanted to say like because he looked at it and he said it twice, and I was
Yeah,
like,
you told Dion, you're like, it's actually
Yeah.
this.
no,
And
I
Dion
told
was
him.
like, okay, this, but then you said it the opposite way.
Because it's my brain works at it. Because he had the same reaction I had when I read it, which is like, where's the G at the end? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I'm
I
asking
don't.
you. I'm asking.
I don't know. I'm trying to find
You go-
out.
you go- Every time I do something, it's met with this attitude.
Here we go.
Because you corrected him and then did it wrong.
It's orangutan.
It was not orangutan, right?
No, that's
'Cause
incorrect.
that's how it's always been my whole life. And
Oh,
that's
and
and
we
like,
already crushed that. We have been
I
taught
know
wrong
I
things.
did it on accident, and she's out here bullying me.
It's
because I
muscle
made this-
memory. He couldn't help himself.
You
It just
did bully
happened.
me.
No one is bullying you.
You
I'm
stop.
just
You
saying.
stop
You hear
the
the
show
way
to
his
correct-
voice has
Stop.
changed?
You
You
stop.
bullied me.
You
Nah, man.
stopped to correct him, and then you
I
made
didn't
the same
stop.
mistake.
I didn't stop.
You said
finished the
just to
question.
clarify, it is this.
He wasn't coming at me. He was helping me.
I didn't
were
say
ca-
he was coming at you.
You did.
I never said that. You corrected him. No, all I said was you
The
corrected
tone.
him, and then
The
you
t-
made the same mistake.
And the way you're presenting it now is clearly not a one to help me out.
No, because you corrected him, so you should know.
Eric,
That's
it's
how you made it
orangutan.
seem.
But I did though, because I corrected him, because I did though.
And then you messed up.
He made a mistake.
But you pointing it out is not the same way I did it. It's like, hey, it's listen, man. All I'm
Because I
saying is
didn't
like,
correct either of y'all.
why'd you make it about you? You didn't make it. See, this wasn't about you. Unbelievable.
It's always
I would
about
absolutely-
the marrow.
I would absolutely pick the orangutan with the sword.
Word? That sounds like a
Honestly,
stressful life. I'm not gonna hold you.
It does, but you know, I've thought about this. It seems very stressful to go in my car every day and have to fucking deal with that chicken.
Yeah, the chicken thing
My-
is pretty bad.
su-
But bro,
that's
free
super
chicken.
irritating. It's a chicken, yes.
That's
It's a
free
free
chicken.
chicken every time.
You would
like, my
eventually
whole-
learn how to, defeather them and do all that shit.
Bro,
and
I'm
you
sick
would
of that,
get
by
a
the-
free chicken every time you get in your car.
In my head, I have to. At this point, I'm gonna have to open up a farm. My whole life will be
Just
a farm
release
life
them.
now.
Yeah. As soon as,
Like,
because you don't have to. It doesn't say you have to kill the chicken. It just
Yeah.
says you have to fight one.
I have to fight one and like just wrestle them.
Put him in a
and then
pillowcase.
put them in the farm.
And
Yeah.
then when you get to your farm, let his ass out
Yeah.
and be like, you know.
Yeah, so that's hypothetically the way it would work. If I'm gonna
Yeah.
choose that, the other way I feel like I just carry like a little strong slingshot. This is a orangutan with a sword. I don't know, hit it in the forehead. Get really good with it.
Orangutans are not small.
They're 5 foot to 4 foot tall.
That's not small.
It's
a
not
slingshot's
small.
not going to do it. Is what I'm saying. A
I
slingshot's
can
not going to do
Got
it.
a lot of stuff. I got a lot of. Listen, man, I'm prepared. I'm ready.
You're
It's one
better
day a
off
year. I got to
just.
prepare for
You're
it.
better off just shooting him with a gun, like
Oh, okay.
like
I don't wanna
anybody
kill him.
else.
I don't want to kill him.
Why not?
What if I
He's
get
going
really
to come
cool
back
with him?
anyway?
Well, who said it's not? It's an orangutan. It doesn't mean it's the same one every year. So
Okay, so if you don't kill him, next
Yeah.
year you'll have 2.
no, it's the same orangutan.
You just said that it was not.
But if you kill him, it can't be the same one because he's dead. But it's orangutan every year. It's orangutan isn't the same orangutan. It's just a orangutan. You know what I mean? If you kill
I feel
it,
like you lost me.
I did not say so. The question is not you have to kill an orangutan with a sword.
True,
It's
you
fight.
do not. But like, okay, if you defeat the orangutan,
Yes.
is he just gonna leave, like hang his head in shame and be like,
Yes.
I didn't get you this time, but maybe next time? Like,
Yes. He's an orangutan of honor.
okay,
Which
hear me out.
would make it worse because he's just gonna perfect his.
He's
skill.
gonna get better. Like,
Is
you're
he?
not- yes,
And so
it's
will
gonna
I.
scare you. Oh, maybe you
And
will,
so-
maybe you won't. You know,
Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Eric, it just takes one set. Let's call it like a fighting game. It takes one
Yeah.
set for you to just die, and that's it. The game's
But
over.
it's vice versa. I would rather deal with the life of I am now this person who has this over his shoulder than I have to every time I got to pick up a girl I got to like, all right, just get 1 second, let me get this chicken out
But
the way.
again, it just says fight a chicken. You could just throw it out of your car. You don't have to keep them all. You don't
Yeah,
have
but
to kill them all.
Yeah,
You
but
could
it's
grab his
annoying.
ass.
But now there's chicken feathers every time I go in my car. Like
You're
my
gonna
car's
have a little
never really-
vacuum. No big deal. Yeah, keep a little
But,
vacuum on you.
but that's what I'm saying. I might like it's just a tad inconveniencing, and my life is comfortable. I'd rather deal with just like, all right, everyday life. I just get ready. I just get casually ready for orangutan sword fight, rather than is my vacuum charged up? Like I'd rather do that.
Okay, I think you're crazy. The
They're not-
orangutan,
listen,
if it's
they're
the
not
same
that big.
one,
They're not that big. They're not that
if
big.
it's the same one,
5 foot
he's
tall.
going to learn how to use that sword, and you're going to
What if-
regret it. And you're going to
What if
regret
we're
it quickly.
comrade?
Like
I
he's
would
going to
say
cut one of your arms off, and you're going to be like, "Oh shit!" Like that's the time where your brain goes,
I'm a
"I'm
man
going
of
to
honor.
lose." Like,
So here's the thing. I think over time, if it's the same one, we'd develop a bond over this one fight a year. And our communication, it wouldn't be verbal, but we'd have an understanding.
you guys are going to be doing sign
Right.
language, but it's going to be like
Yeah.
an old samurai movie.
It would-
like you're
it'd be a fight, but it'd be
standing
like
at a
sparring.
distance.
It would be like fights, but it'd be like sparring fights. Over time, would we really want each other to die? No, but we'd love to test each other's abilities. Other than the chickens, they're just scared chickens in my car.
Yeah,
I'm not developing a bond with those chickens.
I think
I
over
could
time.
grow a friendship with the orangutan and a sword.
Yeah, I don't think you will. I think over time you can
Never
get
know.
good at ejecting the chickens from your car in like one move.
You could.
It's like because you know once you open the door, the chicken is going to approach you from the same direction or the same
I actually
general
don't know.
direction. So
Yes,
you can
it is
just
general.
be preemptive about it. Open your door, grab it, toss it out, get in.
I would hate to be running late from work and then the chicken just like, get in. I forget for half a
And
second.
then you might have to
Also
kill that one.
Small chicken, like it's not like
It is.
It might not be one of them big roided up motherfuckers.
I didn't say
Yeah.
that. It is a
It's
chicken.
a small regular chicken. Just open your
Well,
back door,
maybe
grab
one
it
of
from
them's a good
behind.
Maybe one of them's just a slightly larger chicken. Like he's definitely been eating good.
Okay, we're a whole person.
Yeah, you still win. It's a bird with hollow bones. How you can't lose.
No, it's not that the chicken is a problem. It's just that it just be an inconveniencing I'd rather not deal with.
The orangutan would be a problem. You're gonna be
Yes.
like on a date, and he's just
He
gonna
could kill
bust
you.
through the window and just start swinging.
Yeah,
And
it's
this-
the unknown part of it.
He's not going to. He's going to tell me. We're going to make eye contact, and he's going to know. And he's not an attack. It's a fight. It's not an
If
attack. It's not an
anything,
assault.
the chicken is just gonna make you save on gas money. Be like, ugh, I gotta get this chicken out of my car.
Right? You might ride your bike more often, and walk around more often. Just to avoid the chicken for a little while, Orangutan, you can't really avoid him. Once he respawns, now you have to deal with him. Like right now, no matter what you're doing, dude. If you're taking a shit,
Always be prepared.
if you're on the
That's what I'm
toilet,
saying.
the orangutan could just come, and now you're on the toilet and you have to fight orangutan.
And I tell him like, all right, you caught me lacking.
There's no
Well,
telling him
let's go.
shit. You're dead.
No.
You tell him in sign language. You caught me lacking.
Yeah. But that's why you're
caught
always. It's
me
always being prepared.
lacking.
If I was unprepared, then that's on me.
I'd always be prepared for the chicken. If anything, I'd wear like arm
that's-
guards so that it
Even if you're
doesn't
not
scratch me up.
Even if you're not prepared for the chicken, it's not even going to end that badly. You're going to end up with scratches. That's worst case scenario.
Worst case, the orangutan could really
You're
hurt
dead.
you with the
You're
sword.
dead. The worst case scenario, you're dead. But I would just rather I just believe in my ability to learn how to deal with the orangutan before the first assault, and then after the first assault, I think I'm good. If I get past the first one, I think I can get past the second one. I believe in my abilities to deal with sword fighting orangutan.
Samara, did you choose one?
That nigga's sitting down the entire time, bro. The niggas don't use their legs.
The chicken? We need another question like this. This is good because it's bullshit, but it's fun.
You guys lack honor. Listen, man.
Honor? Dude, the orangutan's not going to have that.
He will.
Why?
He wants to fight.
Who teaches him?
The orangutans are primates of honor.
Says who?
What do you mean? You didn't read the book? God, you guys didn't read Orangutan 101, man? Unbelievable, man. You guys aren't prepared. This is why you guys didn't pick him.
I'm unimpressed. The orangutan book, I think, Eric, you're going to last maybe 3 years, and then he's going to catch you slipping once, and that's it. And we're going to hear about it on the news and be like, damn, the orangutan finally got him.
They're going to, okay, but like the first 3 years, though, was pretty impressive, right? But like the first 2 years, you're going to be like, you kill that orangutan?
I don't think you're going to like defeat him like Neo or like Blade. I think you're going to get away with your life and be like, whew, that was tough, guys. And then we'll be at the movies, and you'll just come back like 30 minutes later like, sheesh, that was really tough with blood and shit on you and like orangutan fur and shit. Like you really had to scrap, but you survived. 3 years of that, and then you die. That's what I think. It'll be fucking July 11th, and the orangutan will just drop on you from above, and you'll be like...
Especially if you're not going to kill the same one, it's just going to get better and better.
It's going to get better.
But
you're going to regret that decision.
But if he... listen, again, but you know what?
Honor is not coming in.
Listen, man. Listen, I have a set of codes I live by. And I believe that orangutan will understand.
We gotta take you to the zoo sometime and show you the codes they live by.
I don't know what codes they live by.
They honestly, don't. I've never seen one. That's the point.
I've also never seen one in person in my life. I saw one in Planet of the Apes, and like that woman is huge in Planet of the Apes. I'm surprised that like they're like smaller than that in real life. That one is huge in that movie.
Let me look it up again.
5 foot tall to smaller, and they're like around 200 pounds, which is not like. It's huge. It's not that.
Okay, hold on a sec, bro. Okay, the Bornean orangutan, 3.9 to 4.6 feet. The Sumatran orangutan.
Hey, man.
Listen, the Sumatran orangutan, 4.5 to 6 feet.
Well, I gotta play my cards right. We'll see what the card lands on.
The first orangutan for you. Would dictate how every other fight will go. You might get the 6 foot orangutan on day one.
I might.
You gotta kill him.
But
you gotta kill him. Reroll. You gotta reroll.
I gotta reroll.
Yeah, you gotta kill him. You gotta reroll.
Unless he's stupid and terrible with the sword. Then maybe I don't have to kill him. And then maybe I can let him get a little bit, and maybe I can kill him later on.
Just like I said with the xenomorph, like that kind of like glancing blow, he could just throw it behind his back in a wild and crazy, uncontrolled fashion, and slash you one good time. Now you can't walk.
Or he flings his arm and he just throws it away.
Or he throws it at you, and now you're impaled.
Yeah, or he misses because
he could miss, sure. But then
he doesn't know.
Consider if it's like Thor rules, and he can just, and it comes back.
So now he's a super orangutan. So now we just make super. So now he's a super villain that can fight Jason now.
He just gets it back, and he's back.
And he just tells me, he just says like, "You were never a match."
Right before he cuts you down. Oh,
he's like,
tragedy.
You were a decent warm up. Like, oh, come on.
Oh, he's got other appointments today, bro.
My guts, and my pride fall out. Welcome to episode 27 of the Hey Quick Question podcast, everybody. On the show where we pick chickens over orangutans for some reason.
I think we chose the right choice, Samara. I don't care what he says.
That's fine. That's fine. Just know that one day of year when it happens, like I'll see it. Everybody will know about it, and you guys laugh now. Just wait till I beat that orangutan, and then you know what you guys are gonna be saying. You guys are gonna be calling me an idiot then, but whatever.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be very ugly, but you're gonna win a couple times. Like it's gonna be like that was really tough for Eric. You know, you're going to need to take a minute before we continue, you know, Top Golf or whatever we were doing. You're going to be like, hey, guys, you mind if we just, you catch my breath. Does anyone have any juice? Need some orange juice, you know, get your energy back up. Need your inhaler? Oh, fuck, you're screwed. Need your inhaler?
Oh, my God, guys.
If you have an
You guys are
attack, the
you guys are gonna
orangutan
believe
comes
it.
up.
You guys are going to happen to me.
You're not going to believe
You're
this
like,
shit.
yeah, we're waiting for you for 30 minutes for bowling. What is the fucking idea?
And why do you look so fucked up? Why's your clothes all ripped and shit?
You're not going to believe this, guys.
You're not going to believe this shit.
There's a chicken in my car.
Yo, somebody's going to have a worse time with the chicken than you're having with the orangutan.
With the orangutan.
Someone's going to have a worse time every day. Chicken whoop their ass every day.
Every time it's the first time. Every time's
like
they're
the
never gonna
first
learn how to
time.
do it.
You never get better at it. Ah, that was a good one. We did it.
Look at episode 27. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at HQQ Podcast. You guys better already be subscribed to the YouTube, the iTunes podcast, the Google podcast, the Spotify, all of it. You guys,
Or else.
Or else.
I got that thing on me. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to end up like one of those chickens, man. Don't do it.
Oh, imagine that. You open your car door and just shoot it. As soon as it jumps up.
I also feel like that'd be a waste of like a bullet because like you wouldn't have to. It's one bullet, but like every time you get in and out of your car,
I'm sure there is a weapon that you could use that would really make this whole situation easier, like a stun gun or something.
I was gonna say like a bow and arrow, but like you just
What the
take it
fuck? A bow and arrow? You gotta
That's
draw,
big, but, like-
and it's got what? This ain't
like,
Far
you know-
Cry 6.
But like, come on. But like, what if, like, hypothetically, what if I saw the chicken was there after I get to my car door, and then like I prepare it, then I open the door and shoot. You know what I mean?
No, man.
Like, this is your hypothetical, guys.
Open the door requires
I took
one
the
hand.
orangutan.
Drawing the bow and shooting in the arrow requires two. You don't have time.
If
for that.
you had the time to get good because you're doing it all
you
the
don't
time.
you're not Hawkeye. You don't have time to do that.
You're not Hawkeye yet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's enough. Goodbye, everybody. More cheering.